With oil prices soaring, a small but growing number of Americans are bracing for a global meltdown. They say they're ready, and they plan to ride it out comfortably amidst the chaos. Ivor Lothing is convinced the world is running out of oil. He spent the last 10 years getting ready for that day. A mainstream survivalist, chopping his own wood, installing solar panels, growing vegetables, even driving a solar-powered car. All of it geared to becoming self-sufficient.
Call me crazy, but I'm crazy like a fox. This household makes half of its own energy. I mean, half the 2/3 of the hot water, half the heat right there, a small part of the electricity, half the gasoline.
Lothing is a high school teacher who lives in Skowhegan, Maine, roughly 2 hours north of Portland. He believes a world driven by cheap oil is coming to an end. How does peak oil play into the changes you're making in your life?
Well, peak oil has everything to do with it.
Peak oil is the point when global oil production peaks, then goes down. The remaining oil supply is limited and will be harder to get at. And that means fewer barrels a day. Some oil experts say that day is here. Others predict it's 20 to 30 years away. But as gas prices rise, websites like peakoil.com and Survival Blog are getting more and more visitors, talking about the end of cheap oil and the possible threat of political and economic instability around the world.
That's 4,000 gallons a year.
And peak oil groups like Lothing's have seen a spike in members.
I think that things can have the potential to get very, very bad if we don't do anything. However, I really do.
Unlike some survivalists, Lothing has not started raising chickens or stockpiling a year's worth of food and ammunition. But he is thinking of a bigger garden and maybe a small boat, just in case. There's disagreement as to whether we've hit peak oil. Roughly 85 million barrels are currently pumped every day. Some say the crisis could be averted by developing alternative fuels. As for Ivor Lothing, he says he's on his way to becoming self-sufficient and looks forward to going back to a simpler time.